Buddy, how to sell more cars using Amazon. All right, what's going on? David Feldman-Makrias back here with you. And I recently sat in on a pitch with Amazon. There's a few different providers in the space right now offering Amazon-based solutions. I wanted to talk a little bit about that, what that means potentially for the store, for your store, and how that will affect the market and if it's any good or not. So I have a few slides I borrowed from a recent deck from one of the providers. I will mention them probably somewhere in this video, but let's go through it now. Now, I want to make a one thing point, or I want to point out one thing, blah, 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 blah. You know, Hyundai recently in Q3, Q4 of 2024 is announcing that they're going to actually be able to sell cars via Amazon, meaning people are able to go to Amazon and buy a Hyundai. Well, that's big news because that's not happened before. I am not going to be talking about that in this video. What I am going to be talking about is the Amazon data used for advertising that we can use. Okay, that's what I'm going to be talking about. So, a couple different things when we hear selling cars on Amazon, there's a few different ways to go about it. We're not talking about the Hyundai way, we're talking about utilizing Amazon's data to basically, serve ads on their platform to the most relevant people. And here's my argument for Amazon. They have the best data as far as consumer data, just the the picture that they can paint of somebody. And this slide doesn't do it a whole lot of justice because I think it's just so much better. Amazon, Google, and Meta and Apple, those four have all the data in the world about us. And if we're going to go consumer-based data, Amazon's got all of them beat because that's Amazon's sole purpose, right? So Amazon is the leader in relevant and powerful audience signals. Audience signals, data, kind of same thing. That's what I'm talking about. Shopper data reflects customer shopping and streaming behaviors as they research, consider, purchase products, or watch Amazon-owned OTT content. So it basically knows, based off what we buy, demographic, lifestyle, pet lovers, whatever, what they're in market for, auto insurance, luxury handbags, moving, whatever. I mean, in market and lifestyle analysis, we can build look back active Amazon shopping signals. They just can put everybody in and just know exactly what we do based off of your Amazon history and your purchasing behavior. So we can tell if you're getting married, buying a home, having a baby. Same thing Google says, same thing Meta says. And, between Meta, Google, and Amazon, yeah, you should be able to paint a really clear picture. So definitely should use it based off the data. You can suppress your own data if you want, but we're not going to get into that now. Let's keep going. So Amazon, powered by Amazon first-party customer data, 30,000 plus shopper data segments. And this is what I want to talk about too. Like, okay, where are we showcasing ads? We're going to use this Amazon data, but I want to showcase an option of where you can show advertisements, and it's going to be specifically on Amazon, okay? Again, this is not Hyundai trying to buy a car from Amazon. This is a dealership or any business for that matter showing ads on Amazon in the OTT or television space. So reach potential customers while they're shopping, Amazon audience in market lifestyle. So I highlight automotive here. That's really what this video is for. But there's all these other ones too. Auto insurance, car care, auto parts, truck owners, tires and wheels, blah, 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 blah. And they all feed into the automotive sector. But I want to highlight this one too at the bottom, Amazon Garage. I'll get to that in a second. But basically, if you've bought any car part, Amazon knows what kind of car you have or what kind of cars you have or what kind of cars you had. So therefore can analyze that and say, hey, this person drove an SUV. It was about this old. So that means they probably will be in the market for a car. Plus, they bought stuff for their new house. Plus, we've determined them to be in this demographic and age. So they're probably going to be in market pretty soon. We need to serve them an ad. And that's how it works. So it's like, it makes a lot of sense. Amazon's got the data. I have no beef with that. Here's the garage, right? This is actually my Amazon garage. Hello, David. I do have a 2004 Jeep Wrangler. I love that car, but I bought stuff for it before, and Amazon knows that. So it knows I have a Wrangler. It knows like I clicked into my garage. So this is actually when I looked up car cover, and it brings out all these car covers, but Amazon knows because I'm logged into my profile that, okay, I have this car. Do I need to change the vehicle? Do I need to filter results differently? And then when you actually click change vehicle and you go into my garage, it tells me, oh, here's my garage, here's my Wrangler. I do have 5 vehicles in here because my family's vehicles are in here too. Plus, I'm a sucker for a used car, so I buy and sell them quite often. So we could see that. Plus, I could see the purchase history of what I've bought. Ceramic headlight restoration kits, EV home adapters, and things like that. So Amazon knows from an automotive point of view. So, like for instance, if your car's too old and you're buying a lot of parts or whatever, you can create custom data segments, and that's part of their secret sauce to determine who's actually in market. Pretty nifty stuff. OTT is now. So this is where the transition happens. OTT. What is OTT? Over the top set top boxes. And I'm going to explain exactly what the placements are in a minute. But OTT advertising basically bridges that video advertising. It used to be cable, and Comcast is a big one, at least in the Midwest. But OTT is stuff like Amazon, Netflix now, Hulu, Pluto. There's so many. I'm going to get to them in just a second. But here's some important stats for OTT. 86% households with connected TV, which is synonymous with OTT. So that's representing 115 million in the US. That's a lot, right? 53% of TV viewers using ad-supported OTT services, representing 180 million in the US. So people that have TV, there's 53% that have ad-supported OTT services. So you're going to reach half of them. 60%, this is the interesting one, cordless. 60% of audiences are cordless, non-pay TV homes in the US. 41% cutters, 19% nevers. There are 60% of people in the US that actually are cordless. That's crazy, right? That's crazy. Linear TV. So this is really OTT versus linear TV. Linear TV meaning 2579, Comcast subscription, whatever, or Cox Media, or wherever you are in the nation, versus an OTT. So obviously, classic TV is going down. 21% decrease in time spent per day with linear TV, which is classic TV. U.S. adults reached by linear TV, 80% broadcast plus cable. And then 96% US adults reach by OTT plus radio. So you just reach a lot with OTT and radio. But this is more about Amazon, not necessarily OTT. Here's what I think the most interesting slide is. Where are OTT ads available? Ad supported? Ad supported, no ads, millions. I love this graph because it just breaks it down. Prime Video, 157 million reach. Amazon Fire TV, 110 million reach. Amazon Freevee, 35 million reach, accounting to 302, almost 303 million. If I zoom in here, this shows them all. Netflix has the predominant amount of share, 18 million plus 150 some million. But notice that the majority of Netflix is not ad supported. Only 18 million is. Amazon Prime Video, however, is ad supported. It's the second most watched OTT, and it's got all the data, and that's Prime Video. Most people watching this have probably seen something on Prime Video. Then you have Hulu, 53, 54 million to 75 million. So still a good amount of ad supported stuff here. Disney Plus, 21 million. Fire TV, notice this line connecting all three of these. Fire TV's in the mix, 110 million reach, and it's all ad supported. Then you have Max, Paramount Plus, Peacock, Roku Channel, Tubi, Pluto, Apple TV, no ad supported. Amazon Freevee, 35.6 million. Crackle, YouTube TV, Hulu Plus Live TV, and Sling TV. So those are the big OTT ads available. We want to focus on the ad-supported ones, and it makes the case that Amazon is the best one to use. You have the second place with the most amount of ad-supported. You have fifth place overall with most amount of ad-supported, and then you have an Amazon freebie. So I've always thought, like, why not Amazon, or why not advertise on Amazon Prime? I mean, that makes sense for people, right? Most people have Amazon Prime included in a lot of things, and a lot more people use Fire TV, and even some people use Freevee more than I thought. So it makes sense. Let's keep going. So here's Prime Video, premium content, over 4,000 shows, movies, 17,000 TV shows, over 130 million ad-supported views monthly, and that's premium right there. This is ad supported. Nobody has as much ad supported. That makes sense for this red line next. It's the number one OTT placement you can have that's ad supported. Hulu's behind it, then Peacock, then Netflix. Here's stuff you could do: 100% non-skippable. You could do 70%, 80 to 49-year-old viewers. 86% of content is watched on CTV. Whatever. So America's largest premium ad-supported streaming TV service, for sure. You need to be there. Then you have Fire TV. You have 110 million Fire TV users, not as many as 130, but still a good amount. 100% non-skippables, which is cool. Live and on-demand news. I've never seen Fire TV channels really, so I don't know. Maybe people use it more than I think, but I'm just not a big user of it. Obviously, people are. And then you have Freevee, which is more of like a movie-based experience, movie and show, rather than like a TV replacement. But premium movies, TV, Amazon, MGM movie catalog, 100% non-skippable, over 60 million monthly viewers. Is it? Amazon Freevee says 35.6 million. So that is a little strange. 110 million, 110 million. 150 million. It says 130 million. Some of these stats are a little bit off, so I don't know. I like this graph. It makes the most sense. I'm not huge into Fire TV and Freevee, but to be on Prime Video, no brainer. No brainer. With the ad targeting, with where people are, level up, Prime Video makes sense to me. Here's something that's really interesting for this time period. So $16 billion expected in 2024 political ads. Amazon, because of their policies, is 100% free of political ads. That's a big factor right now. August 2024, we have an election year. The next 3-4 months are going to be huge for election. They drive up prices, they drive up CPMs, but Amazon is completely out of it. So it's a no-brainer. So that's it for my Amazon pitch. It's really about OTT. There are other services you can use with Amazon's data, like streaming radio and other things. But I really think that for advertising, if you're already saturating your bottom of funnel, like paid search, paid social, YouTube, TV, Hulu, that's Hulu's not bottom of funnel, but like paid search, paid social, SEO. If you're already saturating that, I would highly recommend this because it just makes so much sense. This is where people are. You're not going to compete with politicals, and you have access to arguably the number one data source of people that are in market overall. So highly recommend, and would love to hear your thoughts, comments, questions, and concerns. Let me know if you're interested in this. I have multiple agency contacts of setting people up with this, but again, just looking to show what's out there and see if you have any questions. Thank you guys so much. David Feldman-Makrias talking about Amazon and how to sell more cars with Amazon. Over and out.